Why is it coming out of here? No. I see. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. It's an afternoon stream today, and I think it will be going forward. Had brunch with friends this morning, my usual Sunday routine, and yeah, they said it'd be 25 minutes, and it was an hour later we finally sat down, and yeah, I don't know, the food was okay, wasn't anything special, definitely not worth the wait or the parking. But it was an experiment, and yeah, probably won't be going back there. Delivery, yes, the food was good enough to have delivered, to have someone else wait for it, but not, I don't think, to go there. Good morning, Linux Fish, or afternoon, Linux Fish. So today, I was not able to figure out what the hell I was doing wrong yesterday. I thought, oh, I just need to add static to the front of the variable declaration. I tried that. I got the same error. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I didn't get any help from anyone else, which I'm not complaining about. One, it's the weekend. Two, it's open source project, whatever, you know, fine. Also, I asked in the ZMK channel, and I was not actually working on ZMK, I realized. So it's fine. I will figure it out I didn't put a whole lot of effort into trying. I was just kind of like, you know what? It's just not going to happen right now. Not going to happen today. So I am going to try to do it, try to figure that out by Friday, or Saturday, I guess, because Friday will be a special, a special stream. But by Saturday, hopefully. So, lost in the static, like, sound? Anyways, I'll wait for that response. Today, because of things, because I didn't get any progress on the thing, I'm punting that, and I'm gonna build a Kyria. I've had this Kyria, God, I must have ordered it like 4 months ago at this point. I've had it sitting around for a while. The idea with it was I built one for somebody, one of the commissions from Split KB, and it was all blacked out. It looked really cool, especially with the default red. I kind of like the idea of like the stroby Cylon look. So I got one with a clear layer, or might be frosted. No, it's clear. A clear layer, but matte black everything else. Got black keycaps. It even has a matte black OLED cover because there is no OLED on this, so it's just going to be all blacked out with red. It's going to look really sharp, I think. And also, just something fun. But also, really, I mean, I bought it for the Stroopwafel. Because you buy the Stroopwafel and you get a bunch of keyboard stuff with it, right? So yeah, this is going to be a straightforward build. You know, Pro Micros, no OLEDs. Got some WS2812s for the LEDs here. Wired, standard kind of stuff. I've got some right angle connectors, and I've got a cable. Although now that I'm thinking about it, I should have gotten black, but oh well. This is just kind of a for fun build today. So let's get started, shall we? High Pro Chucks. Yeah, I think the case looks nice though. I think it's a very sharp look. And because I like them, I'm using the surface mount diodes, not the through holes that come with the Kyria, because I also have a shitload of them. So yeah, originally I had bought Chalk Robins for this board, but I apparently have gone through those, so I went through all the other chalks that I have, and I have enough Chalk Silvers to use. I wouldn't mind so much what they are, except for the fact that this will be soldered in with a plate, so I can't do anything to them after it's all done. But that's okay, because this is a display piece anyways. Not so much on the using front, so it's fine. Also, I may run out of solder at some point. I do have another spool of solder, I think. I thought I ordered some. I might have to check that. I don't know where it is. So I will have to find that should the need arise, but I think I have enough to go for this board. So we'll see here. SMD diodes are the best. They're so much quicker, I think, because I don't have to bend the legs and stuff them and flip them and do all that stuff. And I've got plenty of diode legs, so it's not like I'm hurting for diode legs for socketing controllers later. So yeah, this is just kind of a lazy day kind of build today. Figured we could do like a lazy day stream with some shooting of the shit or something like that. There are certain things I like through hole 4, anything that involves structural rigidity needs. But for diodes, yeah, it's all about surface mount. I really should probably get this closer to my exhaust fan. Yeah, anything I'm putting pressure on. So I don't have a bot for this, but feel free to place bets on how many LEDs I'm going to have to fix. And as always, I go for 0, because that incentivizes me, and because I have control, that incentivizes me to do better. Let's get some diodes here. Betting on 1 or less. Okay. You have confidence in me. I appreciate it. I'll probably have to fix 1. It's always 1 that gets a little squirrely. Oh, come on. Get in there. Tomorrow, I am using some of my newfound consecutive days off. And I'm going with a friend to Sisters, Oregon, which is over by Bend, kind of in the center of the state. And she has found a cabin for us. We're just going to hang out there for a couple nights. Should be kind of fun. Oh, something I found that I thought was really cool is there's a pick and place thing that uses a vacuum to pick up the part. And I thought that was kind of genius because so often I am fighting with the fact that my tools have a little bit of magnetism in them. And sometimes are hard to get the component to lay where I want them to. And I was like, I wonder if there's like a manual tool that does that. Like I just go splat and just pick it up and spit it out. I thought it'd be kind of cool to have. I'm sure it exists. But it's probably also really expensive, but it would be kind of cool. The ploopy one. I don't know. Maybe? It was I think it was on Hackaday or something like that. But it was like an old school one. But it just had a very fine tip with a vacuum. And it could pick up components. I mean, it probably wouldn't pick these up very well. But part of the problem I have with the square versions of these SMD diodes is that they are hard to position, but they would be much easier to position with one of those vacuum ones, I would think. Yeah, the bling. I want a round 2 with that thing. I really do. But with like a fresh one. The one I have is lost. It's way too messed up. All the controller pins are all screwed up but that was also like that was a very different board than what I usually solder, so it was challenging. Well, who says I'm not a robot? Beep boop 01000101. Oh, wait. Yeah, I still have the horizontal ones. Exactly. And if you can't read that just by looking at it, get out of my chat. I'm just teasing. I don't know what it says. It looks like it's 3 or 4 bytes, so it's not too much. Probably says fuck or something like that. Plus, everyone knows hex would be a much more efficient way of communicating binary data verbally. Ah, okay. Well, that's confusing. This one has a stripe in the middle. You can't see it. But the stripe is like dead center in the middle. That's our mystery diode. Someday, I will measure that diode, figure out which direction it is, and use it. But not today. Unless it's the last diode I need. But I think I need more than just one more, so. But there's another one with the stripe right in the middle. I mean, it's not quite right in the middle. It is offset a little bit, but not by much. Not enough that I will trust it. Finger splay, yeah. I think it works a lot better for chalk than MX. If I'm honest. I don't see any real advantage. Or at least not enough of one that I want to, like, commit. Yeah, I love the idea of it, and I love that people are experimenting with stuff. But I don't know if it's really necessary. I mean, none of this is necessary, of course, but like... I don't know. It's not as necessary to me as, like, call staggering. Like, that's just a given, right? Ortho is okay, but after using column staggered boards now for so long, I don't think I could go back to an ortho board. And I damn sure can't go back to row staggered. It's painful. It literally hurts my hands and my left wrist after a while. Just because the way it makes you contort your hands and your body. Hello, Lorenzo. Yeah, I kind of want to do a chalk space version of my board. But I also know that long term, my travel board will more than likely be MX. Because I need my silent tactiles, you know? So until Daryl gets his going, which is not, like, that's not me going until Daryl gets off his ass, because, I mean, he's tried. It's mostly a matter of the manufacturers are just like, yeah, we don't care. We are selling recolors like crazy. We just don't care about your silly 4 people want these things. It just, nope. I mean, we'll do it for like an MOQ of 1 million, but that's about it. And you have to do all the work yourself. You know, it's not his fault. And what is burning? There's something burning that's not the solder. I don't know. Something smells weird. Yeah, the ADUX, that for sure, that hard pinky stagger. But what for me, I think, was that the pinky stagger was so hard, and then I got used to moving my hand for it, that when I changed mine to use a lot less pinky stagger, I had to get used to it again. But now I've found like a happy medium that I think works, but it still feels like a bit of a reach. So Lorenzo, if you're talking about the silent tactile chocks, they're not going, as far as I know. I could be wrong, don't take my word for it. But they are pretty much not going because Kale isn't interested. And nobody else is either, manufacturing-wise. Obviously, there are a group of people who want them. But it's such a small corner of the community. Yeah, I don't like tape mod. Mostly because it's too finicky, and I don't think it holds up well over time. As in Kale chalk projects? I mean, I don't really know what else he would want. Their linears, or their tactiles suck. So there's only a few of those. Their linears, they have pretty much every weight from A to B, or A to Z. And the clickies are all the same way. I don't know what else is missing. I am looking forward to seeing what my heavy clerps are like. My heavy clerps might get me to switch completely. Because the clickiness isn't terrible. And I feel like there's some mods that could be done to make the clickiness less so. Like dip the click bars in silicon or something like that. I don't know. I feel like there's more work that could be done there to make clickies more acceptable in public spaces. I mean, lighter linear, what weight do you want? I mean, they've got, as far as I know, they have every weight at the 5 gram intervals from G-chocks to blacks, pretty much. Especially on the lighter end of the scale. I feel like the lighter end, there's a lot more variety. Because you weird people and your weird light linears that I just can't do. $15 grams, aren't the G-chocks 15 grams? So I thought it was G-chocks at 15, perps at 20. I don't know. Okay. So that's all the diodes. Let me just check the count. 2, 4, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 25. Okay. Oh, really? But is that just the spring that's not able to be manufactured consistently, or is that something else? Because I thought otherwise the cases were all pretty much the same. Except for the perps. The perps are a different case material, yes. Hey, Purse. Sorry I haven't put the new art up yet. Also, I don't remember how I paid you before, because I couldn't find you in Cash App. So I was trying to pay you yesterday. Because I owe you some money. Well, it's... Oh, yeah, it is my... I see what you're saying. It's my art, but you did it. And I wanna be very, like... Hey, check out this awesome shit that Purse did. You should go buy some more stuff from her. Yeah, Purse made all of the art you see around here, around the channel. Now you can't see it, but my stickers are both from Purse, and she's just finished up with the what will be the header image, which is like a whole scene in a kitchen. It's really freaking cool. Give me a minute and I will even pull it up and put it on display because it's so awesome. She incorporated so many little touches.
Yeah, the ADUX art is also by Purse. In fact, as far as I know, all of the Tappy boards silks are done by Purse. Oh, also, he's not here to talk about it, but S'mores has a new board coming out. It's a unibody split called the something or other. Yes, feel free to link, although it probably won't work. Whoops, I may have just accidentally put you in timeout. Shit. Sorry, Purse. Sorry, Purse, I accidentally timed you out. Participants. Made by How do I untime you out? I mean, it'll go away in 5 minutes, but that's not cool. Osprey, that's it. How do I... I'm so mean, I just timed out Purse. And I don't know how to fix it. YouTube Studio. Content playlist settings. Community. Add approved user. Purse. Okay. How do I open Purse's how do I...
Mm-mm. I guess add moderator. Purse is now a moderator for your channel. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know how YouTube works. Purse, congratulations, you're a moderator. Hopefully that untimes you out. Oh my. Don't be mean to Purse. It's not her fault. I screwed up. But also, since you're a moderator now, you can post links. Because apparently moderators can post links, but nobody else can, despite what my settings are. It's probably good at moderating. Probably. I mean, really, what's there to moderate, right? Hello, Kuno Woot. Is that you, Purse? Did you join using a different account? Test. I can see it. Did you join using a different account to bypass my mute? That's a bannable offense, you know. I'm so sorry, Purse. I blame YouTube for making user hostile interfaces. Kuno is not you. Okay. There you go. Okay. No offense. I mean, you're the one who made it. You'd only be offending yourself. If you were like, yeah, that art I did for kitchen's really shitty. Which it's not, by the way. It's amazing. Alright, I'm gonna call that side good. I am not cheating this time with my microscope. But I will if it comes down to, like, why isn't this working? Because it's not cheating. It's only cheating because it makes it really trivial for me to see if a joint is messed up. Yeah, Kyria is one of the easiest boards to put together. If you forgo the diode or the LEDs and use the through-hole component, through-hole diodes, it's entirely a through-hole board, and it'll take you a couple of hours if you're new, and really it's straightforward. The hardest part about it is the LEDs, and these aren't even that hard. I mean, I say that, and I've screwed up a number of them, but I've also done a bunch of them. So, like, they're not hard for me, but compared to some other LEDs, they're pretty easy. Heyo! Purse, you have a dirty mind today. This is a Christian Minecraft server. Yeah, it was a preemptive muting. I still feel really bad about that. In my defense, the menu said mute user on and then had ... And in all computer user interfaces, every computer user interface, that ellipsis means it's going to open up a sub menu, or it's got to, there's going to be a dialogue window or something like that. But no, that was like, it's done, and there's no way to undo it. And I just... Well, it's not an integrated OLED cover because it's not sitting up above where the OLED would be, because I'm not doing an OLED on this board. So yes and no. You just have to ask really nicely. Oh, I mean, I don't feel that bad. like, I didn't permaban you for absolutely no reason and go all ragey or something like that. It was totally a mistake. I would feel much worse if I did it intentionally and then regretted it later. But it was an obvious, well, obvious to me, accident. And there wasn't much I could do about it. Mute me. Also, remember that with great power comes great responsibility. I mean, to be honest, that's probably a good idea anyways, Linux Fish. Most of what I have to say is bullshit. Alright, I'm gonna call that one good too. It's controller time? Yeah, yours and mine both. Funny, my last name is Kitchen, and I rarely cook at home. And often lately, when I do, it's on my grill, so it's not even inside. Now, before y'all go crazy on me, saying I'm putting this on wrong, I'm not. I want this to be on so the controller's face up, even though it's going to be hidden behind a cover. I mean, yeah, I hope it's because of my ramblings. I mean, otherwise I might as well just shut the mic off. It's one thing I like about reversible controller mounts or footprints is that I can put them on upside down very easily. Yes, because what I do is I pop the little plastic bits off of the headers, and then the controller sits flat against the PCB. It is entirely for aesthetics. Aesthetics that nobody will ever see because it'll be hidden behind the case. But that's fine, because I know it's there. If these were nice nanos, it would be because the nice nanos sit better on top of the battery if you flip them over. At least in my opinion. But these are just Pro Micros, so it is purely aesthetics. I thought about putting nice nanos in, but I'm like, I'm not going to use this board. Alright, it's firmware time, and as usual, I don't have my custom firmware built because I haven't ported that stuff over to the Kyria yet. It's only an hour in, so I might have time to do it, but I'm going to flash something onto here so that this works. Hello, I'm thinking to build a new Kyria for myself, but also corn looks like a nice keep. So it really depends on what you want. I have 6 corns. I have a ton of corns. I have a Cornish Zen on the way. I've got the Cornelius right here. I've built a bunch of Kyrias. This will be my 4th for myself. You know, it really depends on what you're looking for. If you need the extra thumb keys and like that harder pinky stagger on the Kyria, which I really do, then go for the Kyria. Otherwise, the Corn is a perfectly good keyboard. If you have to have 5 columns instead of 6, your best bet is going to be either the Kyria or an older version of the Corn that has a snappable 6th column, because the new V3 Corns do not have snappable 6 columns. But then you're limiting yourself with, I think anyways, LEDs if you go with the V2 Corn boards, because you have to use those shitty SK6812 mini LEDs. So I just leave them off at that point. Yeah, really depends on what you're looking for. Yeah, I do like the harder pinky stagger on the Kyria, but also it's one of those things you get used to it. You know, I used the Kyria for a long time. I switched to the Corn, and it was like overnight, it was fine. The hardest part for me was actually thumb positioning. You know, but I don't use any of these extra keys. Like now, I use the 34 key keyboard, so I don't need this outer column. I don't need any of these thumbs, right? So I don't know. It all depends on what you're looking for. Flash. Where is? Okay, I have a micro USB magnet adapter right here. Here's a magnet cable. Beautiful. So actually, I'm just going to use the stock Kyria firmware that I can get from... That doesn't have RGB enabled though, does it? Okay, I'm going to build stock Kyria firmware. Oh! No, wait. Okay. That firmware is building. So let me solder on the extraneous components. Got our TRRS jacks and our Reset switches. We don't need the resistors because we don't have RGBs, or OLEDs rather. I like the music on this channel. So I switched up the music just slightly. It's still from Chill Hop-ish. Apparently they have a sub-label called ambient music or memoir music. Which is like ambient sounds and stuff like that. And I just like that it's not, it's different than the just like kind of gets on your nerves after a while repetitive lo-fi hip-hop. And I hope it's under the same licensing terms. I haven't gotten any warnings from YouTube yet about copyrighted material, so we'll see. Coming from a dactyl manuform, so probably going for the Kyria because the manuform has a lot of stagger. Yeah. Why, out of curiosity, if you have the dactyl manuform, what attracts you about the Kyria and or Korn? Besides the fact that it's smaller. Because the dactyl manuform is kind of huge, right? And also, would something like, if you're looking for that size difference, something like the TBK from Bastard Keyboards or the Skeletal, perhaps, if you want to go even smaller. I think TBK has, or I think Bastard Keyboards has a couple of other sizes as well, but the TBK is one that I've built. It works, it types. The RGBs are all screwy still, so I just haven't fixed it yet. Haven't revisited that board. But that's even one that you can 3D print the case and hand wire it yourself if you want to. You don't even have to buy a kit. And I would say that you're almost better off hand wiring it, because those flux PCBs, the way it worked, at least with the TBK, they were a pain in the ass. Like, mega pain in the ass. So there's pros and cons. And also, I should probably bias note, I am a moderator on the Split KB Discord, but I'm not in any way sponsored or anything. I just like Thomas and the boards he makes. But I don't use a Kyria. So, like, I'm building one right now, but I'm not probably ever going to type on it for more than, you know, once I get the firmware figured out. Hearst is right. Buy all of them. That is really the best choice. How long have you had that resin printer, Purse? I don't remember if you just got a resin printer. Someone I know... Well, I know Leah just got an FDM printer. She got a Prusa Mini. But I thought someone I knew... I thought maybe it was you just got a resin printer, too. And I'm just curious what you think about it. Because I have an FDM printer, and I use the shit out of it. Shameless plug. My 3D printed keyboard. That one's not bent. Let me get a pair that have already been ruined by me. And then get fatter ones so they don't bend at all. It's been 5 months? Oh, okay. Maybe it was you I was thinking of, but it's been longer than I thought, so... Yeah, he's done a lot of resin printing though, so he's well versed in it. I mean, I've got some of his resin prints around here. His early Yeet caps. It does seem like it's very messy. Because you've got all that liquid. I'm using chalk silvers. Purse, what are you doing? Your first day as mod and already I'm firing you. No, I would be putting robins in, but I don't have enough of them. And I don't want to mix robins and whites, because I do have enough robins, between the robins and whites. I have enough, but I don't have enough of either on their own, so. And I didn't think about that until today. Alright. I honestly only modded you because I wanted you to be able to post links. Like, not that I don't trust you or something, but I was just like, that's the only way I know how to make it so people can post links is give them moderator. So that wasn't, but I wasn't trying to be like, Purse, you are now a moderator. You have to be a responsible moderator, adult type person thing. No, it was more like, here, so you can post links. And also, if you want to be a moderator, that's fine. I don't really care. Let's see. So the messages she deleted. So some people like messy and tedious process. I'm on gchalk/perps ATM. You better put air quotes around that accidentally. You know what's funny is I actually don't think I have enough solder to finish this. And I honestly don't know if I ordered more solder. I swear I did. But I don't know where it is. It's upstairs if I have it. But I'm gonna have to check my Amazon. Order history. I couldn't find it in 1 pound, and 4 ounces last me months, so... I mean, this is only the second spool of solder I've ever gone through. Alright, moment of truth. If I can find my adapter, which I put back over here. That is 10 out of 10. Thank you very much. Let's do the other side. Oh, whoops. Before I do the other side, let me pull the pins off of here. Well, YouTube wouldn't let me unpin the message, so I had to replace it with something else. So I just picked one randomly. I have a feeling Purse is going to kill me when we're in DC. Yeah, YouTube makes... No, I'm kidding. I'm sure I could have unmuted it or unpinned it, but I thought it'd be funnier to pin something different. So we'll focus on your mistakes instead of mine. I'm really looking forward to that trip. I haven't been to DC since 2000. I was there on a high school band trip. I had just graduated. I was about peak angst. I remember we sang a song. I don't remember what the song was. But my choir sang a song on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. I remember we saw... No, we didn't see anything at the Kennedy Center, but we went to the Kennedy Center. We went to some dinner theater somewhere, which was actually really cool because the people who were on stage were also the people who had been serving our food. So we got to like meet these people and then watch them on stage, and it was really pretty cool. Oh, also, by the time I got to DC, I'd been on a bus for like 26 hours and just was ready to be done with everything. It was fun, though. Then we went to New York and I saw Miss Saigon on Broadway, which was phenomenal. If you've never seen a Broadway show on Broadway, I highly recommend it. Oh yeah. One more moment of truth. Well, I guess not one more. 2 more moments of truth. But here's one of them. Ten out of 10. $20 out of 20. There we go. All the LEDs in one shot. Alright, let's do a little snipping. That one ricocheted off of my light. Okay. Don't need these anymore. Get rid of this. I can put these away. And I'm gonna take a 5-minute break to get some water, to see if I ordered any more of the good stuff here, and if I did, find it, because don't know where it is. It's probably sitting right in front of me and I don't even see it, but that's fine. I will find it shortly. So I'll be back in about 5 minutes. So I did order it, but it hasn't gotten here yet. So that's why I don't have it. Oh well. It arrived in Hillsboro today, so it'll be here tomorrow. So this build might get cut a little bit short. But anyways, I'll be back. So, yeah, I don't have my new solder that I ordered. It hasn't arrived yet. But I remembered I had this. It is some heavy gauge stuff. This is, doesn't say how thick, but it is thick. Here it is up next to the normal solder I use. But since we're soldering switches, it's not that big of a deal because they take a lot of solder anyways. So we'll get this wrapped up today. Might just mean that I have to use this stuff, which is ancient. And $6 a piece apparently. At whatever hardware store I bought that at. Okay. So let's bust out the plates. The nice thing about the plate is I don't have to worry so much about fingerprints. Or sorry, about the matte black. I don't have to worry so much about fingerprints because it just doesn't pick it. Well, they're not that visible. And really, I only care about the top and bottom layers of those because the rest of them are opaque, so you can't see it anyways. And yeah. Yeah, it is really old. I think one of these tubes is what came with my soldering iron. And the other one's probably not too much after that. No, I'm pretty sure it's well, it's probably a combination of both. But it is definitely very old solder. I didn't get encoders for this, did I? Okay, good. Didn't think so. Hopefully it works. So far it seems good. It is very, very smoky. But it only takes a dab, like just a tiny amount. Because it's so much. Yeah, it's really thick. I'm used to very thin solder. Like mine is 0.020, and this is probably 1 millimeter. This is practically plumbing solder. Yep, if it works, it works. And it seems to be working. It's kind of a pain, but it's not too bad. I will say a non-zero amount of the pain is that the Kyria's footprints for switches, there are these two right here, are very close together. And if you short them, that's bad. So I have to be very careful with how much solder I put on there and how it goes on and stuff like that. Like you've seen me try to fix a couple of them already. Or rather have to fix a couple of them already. But this is totally doable. Obviously. Because I'm almost halfway done with all the switches. Alright, well there's the switches on one side. Let me just fix up a couple of these real quick. Make them look a little nicer. Make sure every switch is soldered, because sometimes I miss one. Like that one. And that one. Okay. Let's do the other hand. Yes, and I'm about to do some more of it here in a minute, so stick around. Don't touch that dial. Alright, here goes, purse. Look at this smoky goodness. My lungs are well practiced at inhaling smoke. Plus, I have a fume extractor that is moderately effective. Yeah, it does an alright job. It's not this one's not as good as the other one I have, but it's a hell of a lot quieter. No, not Oregon herbs. More like Turkish. Well, that makes it sound like it's heroin or something. No, cigarettes. I quit smoking 8 years ago, but I smoked for like 10 years. So... Not a big fan of the Mary Jane. It just doesn't do it for me. Although I will say, and this may have been it may not have been completely anything related to anything, but when I had my tonsils removed, I very quickly switched from the opioid medicine they had me on to Tylenol and herb, and I was just fine. So I was taking edibles. Just a little tiny bit, but enough that I knew it was there. I was getting stoned. They were definitely effective in the mind alteration part. But I was also mostly just sleeping the whole time, so it's kind of like, okay. But I will take medicinal marijuana over opioids any fucking day of the week. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I quit once and that was it. I was basically quitting smoking for like 10 years. And then one day I was just like, yep, today is my last day. And that was a little over 8 years ago. And I still have smoking dreams. And they are still terrifying. My family has a long history of addiction problems, so the fact that the worst addictions I've had in my life are cigarettes and World of Warcraft is pretty amazing. I will say, I am playing World of Warcraft again, but hear me out. I'm treating it as a single player game. I'm not going to do any raiding or anything like that. Just playing through the campaigns and maybe doing a little bit of side quest stuff. That's it. I'm doing it a lot. I mean, I'm playing 6 hours a day at times, but that's no different than when I pick up Skyrim for a couple of weeks or something like that, right? Like I'm trying to, I'm being mindful about my play. And not letting it take over. Yeah, smoking dreams suck. Because during the smoking dream, I'm aware of the fact that I am smoking and that I shouldn't be, but I'm like, no, it's fine, blah 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 blah, it's just one, but also being like, I know full well that no, it's not just one, and all that, and it's just, they suck. I hate them. Yeah, I'm not touching Final Fantasy 14. Mostly because I know my limits around World of Warcraft. I have most chat stuff turned off, so I don't even see people talking. I'm like the most antisocial World of Warcraft player ever. I turned off guild invites. I don't respond to people who want me to invite or to go into their guild. I don't want to be in a guild. Just playing a solo game. Oh yeah, dreaming about it. I mean, I don't know what it is about other addictive substances, but definitely about smoking. Or really, I would say it's probably more of a less about addictive substances and more about the fear associated with them. Because I also have dreams where I go back to college and I fuck it all up. It's one reason I haven't gone back to college, is because I'm afraid I'm going to fuck it all up. That I'm going to take a couple of classes and then end up just not going to them again. It's like this huge waste of time and money and all that. Nightmares about band. What did you play, Purse? Or what do you play? And were you good, or were you in it for the band trip? Yeah, I could never read music either. I always just played by ear. Or not played, but sang. Because I did play in bands a little bit, and I could kind of read the sheet music. Like, I knew which notes I needed to play, but I couldn't read it and, like, play it in my head. Okay, well, you were playing, what, a clarinet then? I played the clarinet for a couple of years. Oh, it is frosted. Okay. Not that it really matters, because the only visible side is the edges. The frostiness is on the top and bottom surfaces. It's just a finish thing. Clarinet is awesome. I remember there was like the Diamond Jubilee or something for Queen Elizabeth. And there was some kid, like must have been 13-year-old kid or something like that, just fucking wailing on the clarinet. I was like, wow, I didn't know clarinet could sound that good. Because, you know, I'd played When the Saints Go Marching In or whatever on the clarinet, but never really anything advanced. But this kid was just jamming. It was awesome. Nice. Baritone sax is very cool. In high school, my band teacher, when I was like trying to get into band so I could go on the band trip, they wanted me to play the contrabass clarinet, which when I was in high school, I'm 6 foot tall. When I was in high school, I was like 5'2". Contrabass clarinet probably came up to my neck standing on the floor. And I had a reed about the size of my thumb. It was huge. But they couldn't find reeds or something. There was some reason why I never played it. But they wanted me to play the contrabass clarinet. Tenor. Okay, well, you were cool when you said you wanted to play Barry. But do you want to play tenor? I don't think so. See you later, Lorenzo. I'm almost done. You can't wait 10 more minutes? It'll probably be more like 15. Oh. And here I put this post-it there so I know when it's ready for... that. I feel like I can leave one of these layers off. Will that work? It's alright, Lorenzo. I forgive you. I think I need the extra layer so that it has room for the LEDs to shine more. Okay. Can always take it apart later. Later. Two things I just realized. One, this may be the wrong side. Nope, that's fine. Because I always forget that split KB cases have this on there. But secondly, you may notice something missing on the bottom of this. Some round hole right about here. This was supposed to be puck compatible. Okay, well, I will get Thomas to send me puck compatible plates in an upcoming order or something. I don't know. Why is that not going in there? Okay. No, because there's no split KB logo on there. That's only etched into the one side. And no puck. Which I am a little saddened by. Why isn't this working? Shit. Okay, well at least I know now that I can't put the layers on the wrong one. Can I just throw this on here? No. Okay. I thought I asked for puck compatible. It's possible that of all the iterations of cases and stuff that he has files for, he just didn't have that puck ready or forgot about it or something like that. I mean, basically each of these cases is a custom build anyways. Yeah, he didn't want to go overboard with the logos because he's not a big gotta logo it all up thing. He just, you know, wanted to have one on there for hashtag branding. Well, I think the bottom plate is the same across iterations, but each iteration has its own set of files. And that probably just didn't have the integrated OLED cover thing case. just didn't have the puck cutouts. It's not a big deal. It is weird though because the plate has the puck cutouts. Where are my freaking... Where's my screwdriver set? Yeah, I have an old school Kyria case with no logos as well. Or two, actually, because I have a plate case and I have a... Not only is it a high-profile case, but it's a high-profile tenting case. Like, it's extra secret menu good. The regular plate case I have is not a split KB case, though. It's a little keyboards case. My first two Kyrias I bought from little keyboards. I kind of wish these screws were black. I may have to get some black screws. Whoops. Alright, we're gonna do this the fun way. We're gonna get this one lined up. Get the screw in there. Not tightened all the way, just kind of loosely in there. And then spin it around. There we go. Okay. You could, but you would have exposed electronics. And some people don't like that. And I don't want that for this build because I want it to be black. To the point where I think I am going to buy some black screws for this. Because they're just standard machine screws. So I just need to find some in black somewhere. Yeah, I was looking or thinking about leaving the second to top layer off on this, but the problem is the stuff just sits up just high enough, even with the controller flush against the board, that it's too tall. I might have been able to do it by putting the reset switch and TRS jack on the bottom, or if I wasn't using if I was using nice nanos, I could probably get away with it. Because I would put the controller, mount it underneath, and then put the battery on top. And then there just wouldn't be reset switch and TRS jack. But that's about the only way I could leave a layer off of this. I originally, when I was putting this together just now, I tried to leave this, so there's like the bottom plate, the transparent layer, this middle layer, then the switch plate, then a top layer, or upper middle layer and the top layer. And I didn't take the protective coating off of the top layer. That's funny. So I was trying to leave off this second middle layer here, but I think the LEDs were too close to the bottom of the case where it wouldn't have, the glow effect around here wouldn't be as pronounced as I would like it to be. So let me take this all off again. Yeah, if I had the separate OLED cover, it would probably work. Although I'm not 100% sure, because a lot of the clearance issue was around the reset switch and TRS jacks. So, it's probably possible with some mounting stuff underneath the board that's on top right now, and a little bit of finessing around the lower layers of the case. But not with the stock case. I would say I can't believe I did this, but of course I did it. Of course I did. And I almost left it on there, but you could see it from the sides. So. Alright, let's get these in first. Because those are the fiddly ones. Okay. That's one half done. Let's see what it looks like with the LEDs. Okay. Don't need the soldering iron on anymore. Don't need the fan on anymore. I don't need the switches out. but I want that lid for now. Stroopwafel is getting closer. Yeah, I can't eat the stroopwafel until I'm done. That's my prize. I actually need to kind of hurry on this. I have to leave for D&D in about 40 minutes. My Sundays just got very busy suddenly. So I have brunch in the morning, I have streaming in the afternoon, and D&D in the evening. Okay. I am living the life. Speaking of living the life, there's been some slight changes in my future plans. For various reasons, I have decided that I am not going to Japan starting in June. That I am instead going to hike the Appalachian Trail starting in probably April. I'm very excited about that. Terrified, but excited. One of the major reasons is I honestly don't think Japan's going to be open for tourists from the US in June of next year. And if I'm going to have to spend months planning a vacation, or not a vacation, but a trip and a hike, I'd rather do it to one that I know I'm going to be able to do. So, Appalachian Trail it is. A lot of when I start is going to depend on me getting rid of stuff and selling my condo or renting it or something, because we have our big siding project that is going to get started probably in April. So that may make it hard to sell. So I may just empty it out and leave it for a little bit, or let a friend of mine live here for a little bit to house it for me until the siding project is all done. Then I sell it. I don't know. We'll see. I am missing a piece. And I don't think it's missing. I just think it fell out of the bag or something, and I can't find it. Well, one of these pieces. Although it's possible it's missing. Like I never got it. I strongly suspect that that's not what happened. I may just 3D print a little part for that. Because I don't think I have it. It's not in the baggie. It's not in any of the other baggies. Oh well. That'll give me an excuse to do some 3D modeling at some point. Because I'll just 3D print that piece. It'll take all of 5 minutes to print. One thing that doing the Appalachian Trail instead of Japan is going to do is I will probably not bring my iPad or a keyboard along with me on that trail. Main reason being that in Japan I would need the iPad for mapping and writing emails to places or just, you know, random ass stuff. But on the Appalachian Trail, there's no need for any of that because I just follow the trail. There's no real planning involved in anything that I need to do, like look up phone numbers or something like that. I can do from my phone. Okay. That side's done. Let's put the... Well, it's as done as it can get with these that missing piece. Let's put some of this stuff away. Slightly less messy on the desk here. Put my solder, my chunky solder up there. TRS, I don't need these, I don't need these. All right, let's put some caps on this thing. Now, I got 50 caps. Something tells me I don't have any homing caps. Yeah, I really like the no OLED look. Because, like, you know, I don't do anything fun with my OLEDs. And yeah, Bongo Cat, but whatever. Like, people have layer display, and I get that makes perfect sense to me to have a layer display for, like, what's my default layer. If you switch between multiple layers, maybe you have a gaming layer, maybe you are learning a new layout and you have one dedicated for your layout or something like that. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't see any purpose other than, or for like temporary layers, to have that on my keyboard, because I never look at my keyboard. When I'm typing, I'm looking at my screen because I touch type. So I am not super interested in OLEDs other than for bling factor. And honestly, I don't do enough with them to be able to be like, oh yeah, look at this cool whatever. It's just kind of like, you know, it's a neat showpiece for, like, if someone has never seen a custom keyboard before and they see my Kyria with the OLEDs and the Bongo Cat and like, oh, look how awesome it is. Because it is pretty cool. But I don't, you know, I don't need it. So, alright. And I'm holding out hope that I have homing keys in here, but I'm fairly certain I don't. I will say one thing that's nice about column staggered boards is sometimes you don't really need homing keys, because your fingers will know based on where they're or how they are positioned on the board where they are. Although I still do prefer homing keys. They're a lot less necessary on column stagger. And I do wish these were chalk black switches, but Oh well. Gotta go with what you got. In the immortal wisdom of AVE, you gotta piss with the cock you got. Yeah, if there are homing keys in here, I got very unlucky and haven't come across them yet. They're not, so okay. Cool. So that is the completed boards. Let's throw some stuff. Go with the TRS chat or adapters. Someone mentioned earlier, try a red TRS cable. That would be a great idea. I think I even have one somewhere, but I don't know where, and I don't feel like digging it out right now, so I'm not going to. But if I come across it, that'll go with this board. Yeah, the only thing, like, I tried one time to try to figure out custom OLED stuff. I got my Zima? No. I got a macro pad that I have that has an OLED on it. I have it so it has the Squarespace logo on it. And that's all I could figure out. And even that, it was just like smash and trial and error until it worked. And I was like, screw it, this is good enough. The only reason I put the Squarespace logo on there is because I built that keyboard on stream. That was my first stream, or first keyboard stream anyways. I built that on stream for work during one of our hack weeks. I thought it'd be kind of fun. I was going to try to get a bunch of them. It was a Romac Plus, that's right. I was going to try to get a bunch of them and have them sent out to people and stuff and be like, hey, well, let's just build a keyboard together or build a macro pad. That'd be kind of fun, but didn't happen. Okay. So, on the default key map, whoops. Okay, why is that going crazy? Okay, I think I have a couple of bridged things. Okay, so it's layer 6, RGB mode plus and minus right here. So how do I get to layer 6? So that's this far left, layer 6, that's, okay. What I want to do, let's turn these lights off. So you can see the pretty glow. It's not as pronounced as I was kind of hoping it would be. Let's see, is there RGB brightness? Yes. So RGB brightness is the next one over. And that looks like it's as bright as it gets. So RGB mode here. Okay, so that pulses. That pulses faster, much faster. Okay, well, it's working, but I can't figure out how to... There we go. I need to go in the firmware and change the available animations. There's just too many to cycle through. But there it is. There are some sticky keys, and I think I have some shorts on the back that I need to fix. But I have to leave here pretty soon, so I'm going to call it here for now. And because all important reward needs to be done, Did someone say Kyria with Susu Atari caps? And glorious panda switches. Because I have one of those. Okay. I'm going to call it here, folks. Like I said, I've still got a few things I want to do to this. Little repairs on the bottom. One thing I realized when I was putting the case together is like, well, I didn't test that the switches all worked before I did this. So I may have to take it apart. Fortunately, should just be able to take the bottom plate off to get access to everything else. So it'll be a pretty easy fix. When I do it, which I'll probably do in a couple of days when I get back from Central Oregon. Yeah. I also hope to, by Saturday, have my my little hurdle I've run into with the circ track pad figured out. Because I think once I have that figured out, and I kind of like grok what's going on, which is really the biggest problem I have, is I don't understand what the error message is telling me because I just don't know enough about C to know what it's talking about. Once I have that understanding, the rest of it will fall into place pretty easily, I think. Because I'm getting really close. I think it should be pretty straightforward from here to get a functioning, look Ma, I'm moving the thing and it's spitting out things. Then I need to turn it into a driver. Then I need to port it into ZMK, all that good stuff. But Friday, secret stream. Maybe not so secret if you were watching yesterday. My Cornish Zen is in Portland, right down the street. I missed it on Friday because I didn't know it was coming on Friday, and suddenly it was like, hey, by the way, your package is out for delivery. Oh, and we knocked on your door and you weren't home. And it's like, so I have text message updates now, so it'll tell me when it's ready for pickup, because they, instead of delivering it here, they're gonna deliver it to the access point TM, and then I go pick it up from there. So Friday, Cornish Zen stream, it's gonna be awesome. I hope. What do I have? I'm not sure if I have keycaps for that. I have switches, because I'm going to do... whatever. I'm going to do my clerps with heavier springs. So I've got the springs that I'm going to mod into them. I'll do the unboxing and then I'll mod the switches and put them in there. But I don't know what I'm going to use for caps. I'm going to have to look into it. I may have to order caps, and I may have to, like, con MK Ultra into making them extra fast. Maybe I'll end up buying the... What is his like super secret squirrel shipping option that's like $1,000 and he'll hand deliver them? Might have to spring for that. Probably not. There's probably some happy medium there. But anyways. Yeah, there's a lot of people who are still wanting a Cornish Zen. I don't know if there's going to be another round, to be honest. Like, I know, I don't actually know. But judging by how much work this has all been for him, I imagine he wants to move on. Or if he does another round, it'll be either more expensive because it's a lot more work than he was thinking, or he will outsource a lot of the assembly and stuff like that. But I don't know. Because I mean, he's been working on this for months and months and months now, and even just the final assembly stuff was a lot of work. So, or it may just not come quite as fully assembled as, I don't know. Just judging by what I would do in his situation, I think there's probably going to be, if there is a third round, it'll be very different than what the current one is. But we'll see. Balanced taps on Mirioku. Yes, thanks for stopping by, Purse. And thanks for stopping by, everybody, really. Also, by Friday, I will have the new art up for the channel banner. So, Purse has some new art. It won't be the lower left-hand corner thing, although it might, just for a little bit. I don't know. But we'll see. So, yes, Friday, Cornish Den. Saturday, Cirque ZMK. Sunday, question mark. Meanwhile, have a great week, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you all for coming. And see you on Friday.